Hi everybody, welcome to this week's weekly roundup. Let's start with roads first. So 4th Street project is going very fast. I've been really pleasantly surprised by how quickly the contractor has been working through that work. We are going to be pulling barricades on the weekends. We're doing our best now with where the work is to push things to the side and open up the road for the weekends. But there are still a couple of areas where we will have some closures, kind of near the Jones Street, 4th Street intersection from time to time. So just be mindful of that area. But even though Forest is done with the water work, we do still have crews on that site. They are working on ramps, manhole covers, catch basins, and then some concrete pours as well. So that work is going to continue until probably like mid to late May. So just continue to exercise caution as you go through there. And then we will continue to do our best to make sure that those roads are open on the weekend. On Washington Street, the final water main tie-ins have occurred. So we are expecting that the South Washington and West Main Street will be completed with that section of the work by next week. And then sanitary laterals will be happening as well. So I think it's fair to say the water work is primarily done, and now we'll be doing some sanitary laterals as well. On West Main Street, so you maybe noticed this one, on West Main, kind of by Madison College near the Votech Drive intersection, we are doing a sanitary sewer main pipe bursting project. So we have some water main work happening there. We might have small detours from time to time, but the one that is very obvious is North Votech is closed, that intersection, not the road. So if you need to get to Madison College, you have to go up to Welsh, I think down to Louisa, and then back onto Votech. And then if you need to just get into the neighborhood, there's other ways to get in there. Coming up for the rest of this year, we are going to be repaving the senior center parking lot. That won't happen until probably around June. And then we have seal coating and resurfacing projects that will happen throughout the city, and both of those will start mid-May-ish. We are still doing hydrant flushing. So please just make sure that if you see our crews out doing hydrant flushing in your area, that you do not use your laundry during that day, and then hit the website on the wastewater department website for more information on tips and tricks and FAQs around hydrant flushing. Very important. So we have a District 3 Common Council vacancy. And so this past week, the Common Council elected or voted to appoint a District 3 alderperson by majority vote. And we are going to be doing that at the June 6th meeting. So what this means is we are opening up essentially like an application period for folks that are interested in joining the Common Council. It is a part-time position. You're paid $6,000 a year for that position. There, of course, are no benefits. But ironically, we just did a Tuesday talk with one of our current alder people. So if you're interested in knowing a little bit about what it is, you can always check out our Tuesday talk on our Facebook page or in the application materials on the city website. You'll see a bit of a job description there as well. In order to be eligible, you must be 18 years of age and meet all of the Wisconsin voter eligibility requirements. And then you must, of course, reside within the District 3 boundary. So there's information on the city website. If you have any questions, you can obviously call the clerk's office. But the important thing here is applications must be completed and received at City Hall by 4:30 p.m. on May 26th. Any questions? Let us know. The Town Square grand opening continues to be publicized. I love seeing every day kind of the posts that we're sharing about what will happen at the Town Square grand opening. The opening of this event space has been nearly a decade in the making, and it's exciting, so exciting to be at this juncture. But what's also great is in the background, we are working on a calendar of events. So to see that calendar beginning to take shape is the reason really that we invested in this portion of placemaking in this economic development strategy. So yes, May 20th is a day that I have long awaited, and I think the community has as well, and we're all so excited, but please also stay tuned for all the events that will happen at that event space throughout the summer months. At the Square site, we are still working through punch list items. And so if you see temporary closures of Water Street or people working on landscaping or some of the masonry work, whatever it may be, we're getting kind of through that punch list. We're turning on irrigation systems and water features and learning how to train on those. So you may still see us doing some work on the site, but it's all good progressive work. So I'm excited to be there. This week that we're currently in is Municipal Clerk Week. And then earlier this week, we also honored International Firefighter Day. Both are professions that so few people are willing to go into anymore. We need people coming into both of these fields. They both obviously provide incredibly critical services to local governments. Without clerks, we wouldn't have things like elections. Well, we'd have elections, but not run by clerks. Clerks do elections, they do licensing. They are providing all of our agendas for open meetings and so much more. So the work that they do is really critical, and we're thankful to our clerk and our deputy clerk and everyone that supports them in the work that they do. And obviously, you've heard me talk before about the lack of people coming into the fire service. We here at the City of Watertown are doing the best that we can to support the firefighters we have and keep them here, and also work to attract new firefighters. And a piece of that strategy is the upcoming new fire station. So we're continuing to work on the design of the station, and we're working through some new and additional marketing opportunities to be able to have just more information available to you all. But in the meantime, check out the FAQ page on the city website for more information. On the recreation front, the Senior Care Fair is next week, and that is really shaped up into a wonderful event. So if you are a senior, or you are a caregiver for a senior, or you are in that field, I would highly encourage you to stop by the Senior Care Fair next week. It is on May 10th from 3 to 7 p.m. We are also open right now for Rock River Day Camp registration. So it's a nice summer daycare option. That is for graduates of 4K and 5th through 5th grade. Next week is Bright Light Neon Night, which is a tongue twister. So it'll be a good one when I don't share that one anymore. But it seems like a really fun event. So if you're looking for something fun to do with the kids in your life, I would encourage you to check out Bright Light Neon Night next week, Friday the 12th. We're also registering right now for the tree climbing program and so many other things. So check out the Facebook page at Park and Rec. Discount tickets are for sale. That started on May 1st. I know it's a popular item. So if you are looking for discount tickets for a variety of things that happen in Wisconsin Dells and the zoo, I would encourage you to give a call to the Park and Rec office. They do that Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30. We've been starting to get some questions about the area outside of City Hall. So on the corner of Jones and 2nd Street is a plot of land that the city purchased in 2018. So before I was mayor, the Common Council chose to purchase the property known as Reflection Park from our park's dedication fee. So that's a fee that comes from developers and can only be used for park land and park improvement. So the 2018 Common Council chose to purchase that land before I was mayor. But now it's been many years. 2018 was when that was purchased, and we needed to move along with the plan that was originally decided. So that Common Council had a vision and a choice that they made. And despite, actually, ironically, I voted against the purchase of that land. But despite that, I'm here to serve. And that was the will of the council, and that's what we're going to do. So I'm really proud of the work. We've been doing that as we can, kind of fit in a day here and a day there with our street division, our engineering division, and our Park and Rec team. So it's just a good project, and I'm excited to see it. We'll have just our seating area and a bio swale and a biofiltration system. So we are leveraging the purchase to manage some of our stormwater, which is good. Riverside Park walls and footbridges. So I wanted to just give an update. This one has been many months in the making. The cost of maintaining these footbridges and the walls at Riverside Park is high. We've now gone through the process of quoting from a couple contractors, and for the scope of work that we've designed, which includes some of the walls and some of the footbridges, it is about $282,500 worth of work. We have budgeted just over $162,000 for that work, and that is with some money in our borrowing account, and then also some of our American Rescue Plan Act dollars are going towards that as well. But we still have a bit of a gap there. So again, the work is just over $282,000, and we have just over $162,000 budgeted. So the Park and Rec Commission is going to hear the proposed scope of work. So if this is a project that matters to you, watch our public meeting notice and plan to attend the Park and Rec meeting. Next week at Finance, we will be talking about another ARPA expenditure. So this was something approved previously by the Common Council, but now we're ready to actually implement the donation plan. So the City of Watertown, as you all have heard me say many times, is actively involved in childcare. We are leading the way in the state of Wisconsin around a piloted model of employer-supported childcare that provides a higher wage to our early care professionals and benefits. So in order to do that, we know that we're going to have a bit of a gap. Most child care centers run at like a 2% profit margin, if that. So we know that the employer supported aspect is really critical, but we also know the city needs to participate in that. So next week, Monday, at our finance committee meeting, we will be discussing and approving that final allocation in support of the employer-sponsored childcare model at the new YMCA. Last thing is next week on May 10th at 12:30, there is a visiting session at the Watertown Public Library, sponsored by our health department, primarily focused on our Spanish-speaking families. So we want to make sure that we are opening up all of our city services in a manner that is welcoming and understandable and digestible to everyone in our community. And so we are doing a session focused specifically on our Spanish-speaking families on May 10th at 12:30. So if you're interested, check out our Facebook page for more info or just show up at the library. We will have, obviously, Spanish-speaking members of our team with us that will be able to facilitate the visit. I do know, although I didn't jot them down, we are still needing lifeguards and a variety of other seasonal help. So please check out the jobs post on our City of Watertown website. And then for the weekend, it finally looks like it's warmer. I don't know if it's going to be the best of weather, but it at least gives us an opportunity to experience some warmth instead of cold, which allows all of our area garden centers to be open. So whether you go, there's a variety of them you can go to. I don't want to name any in particular, but they're open for the season. They're all on the Watertown Tourism website. Today is obviously Cinco de Mayo, which allows an opportunity for you to visit one of our many wonderful Hispanic heritage restaurants. So if you are looking for an opportunity, I would encourage you to participate in frequenting one of those businesses and supporting them today. And then just as a reminder, next Tuesday is our farmers market down at Riverside Park, starting at 7 a.m. until 12 p.m. So that's all that I have. Have a good weekend. We'll see you next week.